Pinagmulan The Journey Home is brought to you by Cathay Pacific, Airline of the Year 2006, Zap Snacks, Super Zarap ang Zap, and Goldilocks, How Thoughtful, How Pinoy. Closed captioning for this program is brought to you by Andoks Lechon Manok, the Filipino chicken.
Visiting the homeland is like opening up a box in the attic. The sights, the sounds, the smells, everything is all brand new, yet strangely familiar. Like being in a place you've never been before, and at the same time, feeling like home. Home is where it all starts. This is the program that brings Pinoys in the United States back to the Philippines to rediscover their roots and be reunited with their loved ones. Hi everybody, I'm your host, Mike Ingona. Welcome to Pinagmulan, The Journey Home.
Posible kayang labanan ang agos ng paghamon, mabuwal at madapaman, sabay tayong aahon. Posible kayang maburang alinlangan sa sarili, ang tapang sa loob makikita, taglay mo ang dugong bayani. Sulong laban, wag pupurong, pakinggan sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong. Sulong laban, wag pupurong, pakinggan sa iyong puso ang sigaw na dati bulong. Posible.
There are many reasons why a person would want to visit the Philippines. Whether it's family, friends, vacations, or just to immerse yourself in all things Filipino, the islands of our ancestors are always calling us home. This is Jayli Flynn's journey back home, back to his Pinagmulan. Freeway interchanges are like transition times in your life when anything can happen. Today, all roads lead to Jayli Flynn, a young Phil-Am who lives here in the freeway city of Gardena, California. Gardena is a city just 5.9 square miles in LA County. Once known as Berryland for its acres of strawberries, modern Gardena has the distinction of being located in the center of transportation access, notably every major LA County freeway. Mother Nature may have contributed to the naming of the city, for this area was a popular garden spot in Southern California to early settlers. This former farming community attracted hordes of Asian immigrants, most notably the Japanese, Koreans, and Filipinos. One member of the Gardena Filipino community is Jayli Flynn, and a proud member at that. Jayli's an 8th grader who is put in the Gifted and Talented Education Program, or GATE. He's been put in advanced classes ahead of students his own age. This hardworking straight-A student also attends special math classes at Kumon. Just recently, he won an essay writing contest with the theme, Why I'm Proud to be Filipino. It may seem like he's forever burying his nose in his books, but Jayli loves to unwind with an occasional swim at the YMCA and a daily ride on his bike. And just like any typical 13-year-old, Jayli likes to challenge his friends with an occasional game of Halo. What do you want to be when you grow up?
President.
President. Now, I heard that that's a recent thing with you. Now, what brought on this this feeling that you wanted to be the president?
My mom bought me this book called So You Want to Be President. And then I read it, and it seemed all fun because they were like, oh, you can get this, you can do this, but it's also not all fun and games. You have to
It's not all Halo, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot been said about your intelligence. Are you a smart kid?
I think so.
What makes you think that?
I get good grades and I try my best.
Yeah. What's your approach to learning, Jayli? I mean, some guys, you know, when I was growing up, I really liked reading a lot, and I used to read the encyclopedia and stuff like that. Now, do you find reading and learning to be fun?
It depends.
Which depends
On which one I like.
What's your favorite subject?
Art, science, and a little and math.
Is learning as fun as, say, swimming,
Yes.
or riding your bike, or,
Yeah.
or playing Halo? It is?
Yeah.
Do you spend as much time doing that as you do those other things we talked about?
I think I do. I like
Yeah.
balance it out.
Most smart kids I meet, they think everything's easy. Is it easy?
Not if you're like learning something new. You know, like if you don't understand it, all I have to do is ask the teacher.
Okay. And as you been growing up and in your classrooms, do people often ask you what's going on with the lesson, or do they ever ask you how to do a math problem or something like that?
Yeah, they've been asking me this year. They're asking me, "Oh, do you know how to do this?" Or "Can I have some help with this? I don't know what they're talking about." And I'm afraid to ask the teacher.
How does it make you feel when they do that?
Good, because I would know.
Mm-hmm. Do you have heroes? Did you have a hero when you were growing up?
Maybe my mom and my grandma.
Tell me why they're your heroes.
Because they accomplished a lot. They also have all these awards and everything.
Do you think we choose our heroes, or do you think they're just given to us?
Choose.
Okay. What is it? Is there anything that Jayli hates?
No.
What? Really?
I don't.
You like all your subjects?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that's kind of weird?
Nope.
Why not? You think everybody likes all their subjects?
Nope. Not my friends.
Well, don't you think that's kind of weird then?
No.
Who would you rather hang out with? Kids or adults?
That's a hard one. Maybe adults.
No way. Why is that?
Because when you're at school, you're being judged by other people, and then with adults, you can be open-minded.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But your mom tells me that you have no problem charming adults. Now, what do you consider being charming to adults?
Like, have a good vocabulary.
And kind of like engaging them when they're talking to you and looking at them like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now, what are you the most afraid of?
Nothing really. Maybe
Nothing?
maybe messing up.
What?
Being, like, if judged, I guess.
By whom?
By other people.
Does it really matter what other people think?
Sometimes.
What are you the most proud of?
Being Filipino.
Nice. Good job. How did he get to be so smart?
I would say it probably has something to do with when he was conceived. I was going to school at the time. I was pregnant. So it has something to do with me probably having to do a lot of studying and reading. I do remember him reacting to me whenever I have to do my readings or studying, that he would make all these movements. I don't know if that's a good thing that he likes it or he doesn't, but I think, that's what helped.
What did you do? Did you do anything special to raise him?
No. Nung mga 2 years old pa lang si Jayli, his dad and I got divorced. So I was left with him for 10 years, just being a single parent. Because at the time, after like a couple of years, I decided to go back to pursue my master's degree. And so Jayli stayed a lot with his grandma and his aunt. And so there's the upbringing from my mom and from my sister.
Would you say, Jayli, typical 13-year-old?
In some ways, he's not, and that's why we encourage him to spend more time with kids around his age.
Okay.
Mas comfortable pa siya sa mga taong, to the adults.
Why?
A lot of the people that I know, they love talking to him. They're so animated by the way he talks, and he could charm them. But he seems to not as animated with his peers that are around his age.
What is it that you did with him to encourage his Filipino-ness? I mean, his being in tune with that.
So Jayli, he's always interested in learning more about his culture. He has always expressed that. He also has taken the steps to do that, downloading those Filipino music, Filipino words. Even sa school niya, he tried to get the school to offer Tagalog as part of their foreign language class. But then, of course, they got outvoted because there were only, like, I think 5 of them that wanted it.
What are you the most proud of Jayli?
Well, there are 2 things about him. One, inherent desire niya to learn about his culture. He's so eager to learn about it and experience what it's like to live in the Philippines. And then the second part, probably in kindness. He's very kind as a child, and you know, to a point that sometimes you think that he's just too kind. He doesn't seem to have all these like bad feelings against anyone or other people.
Coming up, Jayli expands his Tagalog vocabulary. What does it take to finally come home again? This is your Pinagmulan, and we urge you to take that journey. Write to us and tell us why you haven't been back to the Philippines in years, but now feel the need to make that trip back home. Email us at pinagmulan@abs-cbni.com or send your life story to Pinagmulan The Journey Home, ABS-CBN International, 150 Shoreline Drive, Redwood Shores, California, 94065.
When the bad bacteria overcome the good bacteria in your body, this is an emergency. Lactovital saves the day, armed with live lactobacilli, vitamins and minerals. And good health in a bottle, Lactovital reinforces the good bacteria to extinguish the bad. Save your health. Drink Lactovital and experience good health in a bottle.
Lahat nais umibig. Lahat nais lumigaya. Ngunit kailan lubusang bubuksan ng mag-best friend ang puso nila para sa isa't isa? Maging more than best friend ka man. Coming soon sa Let's Go! Inagos man ang daan-daang buhay, tinabunan man ang milyong-milyong pangarap, hindi naman natangay ang kanilang pananampalataya at pag-asa. Landslide sa Leyte, 1 taon matapos ang trahedya. A Probe Special Report.
Is there anything you remember about the Philippines?
Chasing the pigs and the chickens.
Chasing pigs and chickens? Family? You got family in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Who do you have there that you still remember?
My aunt, my cousins, my 3 cousins.
Okay. You have a cousin named Rap Rap?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about him.
He doesn't really talk that much on the phone.
Okay.
Like, that's why I want to see him.
Uh-huh. When was the last time you saw him?
2.
He's never visited over here? So all you know about him is what your aunts told you, what your mom's told you, is that right?
Well, I talked to him, but then he doesn't talk that much.
Well, what do you think you're going to accomplish when you get over there and see him in person? How are you going to make him feel more comfortable and open up to you?
I'll maybe ask him some questions about the Philippines or something.
Maybe take him outside and chase some pigs and chickens.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll have anything to learn from him, or?
Yeah.
Like what?
Maybe some Tagalog words or some of the cultural.
You don't speak Tagalog, do you? And you wish that you could.
Mm-hmm.
I can relate. What do you think you're going to get from this trip to the Philippines if you actually go?
Sightseeing, bonding with relatives
Mm-hmm.
that I haven't seen for.
Do you think people have to go to the Philippines to actually learn anything?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's not just enough to learn about it, but you also have to experience to see what it's like.
Jayli, it's been great talking to you, and talking to your mom, Jasmine, and you, and finding out about your background and about how much you want to visit the Philippines and how much you want to taste what it is to be in the Philippines. The people at Pinagmulan, along with Cathay Pacific, would like to give you a ticket to visit your Lolo and your cousin Rap Rap in the Philippines. What do you think?
I don't know what to say.
How about thank you?
Thank you.
Yeah, Jayli, my nephew, is a very respectable, very respectful young man. Very courteous and very excitable. I know I'm looking forward very much so to accompany Jayli to the Philippines because this to me seems like something that I'd like to be able to share with Jayli, him being able to come back, see the relatives that he hasn't seen, for nearly 12 years, and, just getting out there and being able to go back and see where his roots are from. And I think that's why Jayli is very excited to go out to the Philippines, and I, again, am very excited to be able to be his guardian when we go out to the Philippines.
So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff in the Philippines, and I don't know if they told you this, but there's going to be some tasks that you're going to have to do. And one of those tasks is going to start today. Are you ready? He's got that nervous look in his face. All right. We understood that you wanted to learn Tagalog really badly, and that you already have a natural kind of you hear it with your mom and everything like that. So I have 10 Tagalog words that I'm going to read to you. Tell me if you actually understand them, or if they mean anything to you. But don't worry, this is not a test, all right? It's perfectly all right if you don't understand them, but we're going to find out what you're doing anyway, okay? Okay, so are you ready? Okay, pag-ibig.
I've heard it on television, but I don't know.
Okay, pangulo.
I heard it on television, I don't know.
Okay, then we'll talk about whether you've ever heard them before. Masarap.
Yummy. I heard it on TV.
Tahanan.
No, I don't know that one.
Pamilya.
Family?
That's two. Unggoy.
I don't know that one.
Mainit.
I heard my mom talking on the phone.
Okay, kaibigan.
No.
Salamat.
Thank you.
Okay, that's three. Here's the $1 million question. Pinagmulan.
The Journey Home.
Oh, close. Close. All right. You've gotten three or four of these right. Now, I'm going to give these words to you, and when we go back to the Philippines, you are going to have to use them in everyday conversation with me or with the others around you. You think you can do that? You ready?
Yeah.
You going to study these?
I guess so.
All right, I'll give them to you as well. But a lot we're going to be doing in the Philippines. I hope you're ready. You excited?
Yeah.
Are you always this way when you're excited?
Yeah.
Jeez. I need to see if you were calm. We're going to have a good time. Good. Well, initially, he didn't seem to be that excited. But I think that's just a function of who he is. A 13-year-old kid, and I use that term, loosely with him because he's really sophisticated. I think that what he's going to get out of this trip is exactly what he's bargained for, and that is to immerse himself in all things Filipino. When I asked him about whether or not, can you get the same feeling from just reading books and going to the internet, he said no. And he said that there's something about being there that is going to change it. And I'm hoping that two things happen when he gets there. That A, he gets to bond with his family, and B, he perks up a little bit, for God's sake. I mean, I want him to be more excited, but this is who he is, and this is the show, and hopefully, I'm certain that he's going to have a good time, and he's going to learn a lot about himself. Coming up, Jayli gets to be it and gets his game going. What does it take to finally come home again? This is your Pinagmulan, and we urge you to take that journey. Write to us and tell us why you haven't been back to the Philippines in years, but now feel the need to make that trip back home. Email us at pinagmulan@abs-cbni.com or send your life story to Pinagmulan The Journey Home, ABS-CBN International, 150 Shoreline Drive, Redwood Shores, California, 94065.
On the weekend of December 9 and 10, the greatest Filipino jazz artist ever to appear on one stage will make history at the world-famous Catalina Bar and Grill Jazz Club in Hollywood. For tickets and more information on the second annual Filipino American Jazz Festival, go to jazzville-usa.com or call 323-512-5543 and be a part of Filipino musical history. Don't miss it.
Kami doon na nakulong sa isang bartolina.
Ang bagnet na ito, ang instrumento, mapaaral hanggang sa makatapos sila.
Sabi nga nila yung compliments mo sa mga magulang mo, ikaw naman yung magbayad sa kanila. Sa ibang bansa kasi bukod sa malaki ang sweldo, makakaipon pa ako.
Ang iba't ibang mukha ng OFW sa vida sa nagmamahal kapamilya.
susunod.
Abangan!
Star Olympics 20 on 2.
Yung kaibigan ko na hostage! Tulungan niyo yung kapatid ko, yung kaibigan ko!
Magbalik pa kaya sa dati ang lahat? Don't miss the ending of Love Spell presents Home Switch Home.
This Pinagmulan reunion is brought to you by Lactovital Lactobacillus Health Drink. We bring good health into your home. The first and last time Jayli was in the Philippines was when he was 2 years old. This time around, he arrives in Manila all excited and raring to experience new things.
Wow, never seen this many stores on TV. Is it always busy like this? Like even at the night time? So the second New York City. The second New York City.
Thank you very much. Jayli's reunion with his family is going to happen right here, Goldilocks, North EDSA. Jayli's cousin Rap Rap is eagerly waiting for him. He and Jayli have a lot of things in common. They're the same age, they're both smart, and they're both gamers.
Sabi po ng nanay ko na darating po yung pinsan ko kaya siyempre po masaya dahil nakita ko po siya ulit.
While waiting, Rap Rap's mom Belma and Grandpa Godot from Pangasinan swap memories and stories about Jayli. You're gonna love the food, man. I know, you're gonna love it. Well, there it is. Let's go. Well, it's a pretty big mall. Do you hang out at malls when where you're at, where you live? Like, is there one that's close and stuff? This way. The moment arrives, and Jayli is once again home with family. Okay, everybody, here he is, Jayli. Yeah. Hey. It's your grandpa. Work your way around there. Good job.
You're our aunt. Sister aunt.
You know me, Jayli? I'm sorry.
Tita Belva. And your cousins.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello.
What's that?
Pancit.
What kind of pancit?
I don't know.
Okay. What's that?
I don't know.
It's lumpia. What's that?
That's the lumpias that I...
What's inside? Something like that. What's that?
I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna have to tell. What's that?
Fish.
What's inside?
Meat.
Yeah, it's relleno. Okay, well you know what those guys are, right?
Which one?
The ones that look like shawmai? Okay, good. I even do. And oh, you gotta know what that is. There you go. Good job. All right, now start eating it. Jayli, you know, back when we were in the States, I see that you were real big on video games. You know, you spend a lot of time in front of the in front of the TV, and you get really good at Halo. But here in the Philippines, a lot of kids your age don't get a chance to do that. They don't get a chance to sit in front of the television and get good. So what they do is they got a lot of games that have a lot of activity in them, a lot of outdoor stuff in them. So I was wondering if you'd be interested in playing some of those games with us today. How about it?
Sure.
Well, the games we're going to play are, and I want you to repeat after me, Patintero.
Patintero.
Good. Tumbang Preso.
What?
Tumbang Preso.
Tumbang Preso.
And Agawan Base.
Agawan.
Okay, so you ready to go?
Yeah.
Rap, you gonna help him out? Okay, get out there and play. Patintero is a simple game of line tag. The teams take turns being the it. The it tries to keep the players of the other team from crossing the line. Each time a player successfully crosses all the lines without getting tagged, the team scores. When a player is tagged, it's the other team's turn to try to cross the lines and score points. In Tumbang Preso, the it stands guard over a milk can while the other players throw their slippers called pamato, the can. The players try to knock over the milk can, and as long as it remains standing, the it can run after the players and tag them. The player who's tagged becomes the it. The it, though, cannot run after anyone if the milk can has been hit or kicked. He will have to put it upright first before he can tag a player.
Bilang.
There are two teams in Agawan Base. One team tries to capture the base of the other by reaching the other's home base and tagging a pre-decided item, such as a post or tree, without getting tagged by the members of the opposite team. A safety line is drawn between the two teams. A player who crosses the safety line into the territory of the other team can be chased and tagged. If the player gets tagged before he manages to get back to his safety zone or home base, he becomes a prisoner of the opposite team. He can be rescued by a teammate by tagging him. The game ends when a member of an opposing team manages to penetrate the base of the other team, or when all the members of one team are captured by the other team.
It really feels me being hot. That's the longest run I have ever run.
Coming up, it's Maajang Pag-abot sa Bohol for Jayli. This Pinagmulan reunion is brought to you by Lactovital Lactobacillus Health Drink. We bring good health into your home.
When the bad bacteria overcome the good bacteria in your body, this is an emergency. Lactovital saves the day. Armed with live lactobacilli, vitamins and minerals, and good health in a bottle, Lactovital reinforces the good bacteria to extinguish the bad. Save your health. Drink Lactovital and experience good health in a bottle.
Discovery Suites. It's more than just a hotel.
Wala pa rin patid ang kasiyahan ng pamilya ni Joanne mula nang siya ay mapili bilang isa sa mga scholars ng Pinoy Dream Academy. Animoy may party araw-araw sa bahay ng mga ilagan tuwing pinapanood nila ang mga eksena at pangyayari sa loob ng academy.
At yung dream niya na to become maybe someday to be a famous singer, ay sana matupad. Sa awa ng Diyos.
Ang anak ko siguro isa kung talagang sa harap sa pagkanta yun. Pag nasa harap sa stage, wala ako.
Dahil sa inspirasyong ibinibigay ninyo, ang ABS-CBN ay hinilang na KBP Station of the Year at ang nananatiling pangunahing istasyon sa buong bansa. Maraming salamat, kapamilya.
We're at Panglao Island. People around here proudly call their island God's little paradise, and deservedly so. It's one of the most attractive tourist destinations in all of the Philippines. It's an island that's full of surprises and natural wonders. This is Bohol. Bohol is in the heart of the Central Visayas and is very close to the island of Cebu. A rolling landscape hints at the exciting sights that lie ahead and below. Like Hinagdanan Caves, complete with bats and a swimming hole that's accessible from Tagbilaran. Old churches like the magnificent Baclayon Church are a reminder of Spain's legacy to the province. In 1565, a blood compact known as the Sandugo between Datu Sicatuna and Miguel Lopez de Legazpi peacefully brought Bohol under Spanish rule. In the 17th century, the Dagohoy Revolt lasted 85 years, making it the longest rebellion in Philippine history. Bohol is also the home province of Carlos P. Garcia, the fourth president of the Philippine Republic. Of course, no visitor in Bohol should miss out on the Chocolate Hills and the Tarsier, just two of the many natural wonders that beckon on this mysterious and beautiful destination. Welcome to Bohol, Jayli. You know, Bohol seemed like the natural place to take you because there's so many natural wonders here. I mean, you know, in fact, what are you tell me? What are these things on your T-shirt?
The Chocolate Mountains and the Tarsier.
Well, have you ever seen those things before?
Well, I'm looking at one right now.
What?
The Chocolate Mountains.
Well, we're going to have to take a look at that later. But another thing is, I know for a fact that your teacher gave you an assignment. Now, what was that assignment?
To draw almost everything I see.
Okay, so that's what you're going to have to do. But I have something else I want you to do. After this is all over, I want you to show us all those pictures that you've drawn. All right? So is that okay with you?
Yes.
Well, you know, since one of the things that you wanted to see were the chocolate mountains, I just want to know, are they really made out of chocolate?
I read it's not.
It's not?
Yeah, I think it's made out of sulfur.
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to test you on that stuff later, but I tell you, why don't we go take a look at a place up here where we can get a better look at the Chocolate Hills? What do you think?
Sure.
All right, let's go. The Chocolate Hills are Bohol's most famous tourist attraction. These natural wonders have been described as giant molehills or peanut kisses. Looking at the chocolate hills in pictures, Jayli still found it inconceivable that these aren't man-made. The notion is quickly abandoned, however, once he saw the hills in person. Even he agreed that there's no way that all 1,268 hills could have possibly been made by hand. To this day, geologists have not quite agreed as to how the hills were formed. The most widely accepted theory is that they are the weathered remains of a kind of a coral reef on top of a layer of clay. Very uniform in shape and between 90 to 150 feet high, the hills are covered with grass which, at the end of the dry season, turns brown, hence the name Chocolate Hills. The cruise up the Labok River is via a floating restaurant. It takes cruisers all the way upstream, and we get to pass by large groves of coconuts and nipa and everything like that. Not to mention we've got an entertainer on board, plays songs, everybody sings, and the food is so sumptuous, it's delicious. Occasionally there would be surprises along the way. Local children swing from the trees and dive into the river. Jayli marveled at the rich jade color of the water. The whole group relished the cool breeze from the forest. We enjoyed the company of the other riders as we chatted or sang along with the entertainers on board.
Welcome to Bohol, the land of chocolate hills. This is the land of the golden sun. This is the home of a noble man. We wish you a happy coming to our beloved Philippines. This is Bohol, our bright Bohol. Welcome, visitors. Welcome to Bohol, the land of chocolate hills. This is the land of a golden sun. This is the home of a noble man. We wish you a happy coming to our beloved Philippines. This is Bohol, our bright Bohol. Welcome, visitors. This is Bohol, Lobok Bohol. Welcome, visitors. Welcome to Bohol, and welcome also here in Lobok River Watch and Floating Restaurant.
Coming up, Jayli and a tarsier meet eye to eye. What does it take to finally come home again? This is your Pinagmulan, and we urge you to take that journey. Write to us and tell us why you haven't been back to the Philippines in years, but now feel the need to make that trip back home. Email us at pinagmulan@abs-cbni.com or send your life story to Pinagmulan The Journey Home, ABS-CBN International, 150 Shoreline Drive, Redwood Shores, California, 94065.
Kailan ka naging pinakamasaya?
Nung birthday mo, nung hindi tayo sa Manila, ikaw.
I won't get my point across clearly, but...
Ako na magsasabi para sa atin dalawa. I love you.
Mahal kita maging sino ka man. Mahal kita pagkat mahal kita.
May iba't ibang mukha ng pag-ibig.
We'll melt together with time.
Paulit-ulit niya ako sinasaktan, tinatanggap ko pa rin siya.
Kaibigan, ano ang kwento ng love life mo sa Homeboy?
Isa ba itong Spanish Villa sa Madrid? Ganito pala ang shopping trip sa China. Show sa Las Vegas. Parang nightlife sa Miami, di ba? At mga carnival rides na tila sa ibang bansa. Lahat ng yan, dito lang pala makikita sa Metropolitan Manila. Samahan sina Katkat, Uma, Jason at Francen sa kanilang pag-iikot sa metro. Alamin kung ano ang mga inapasyalan ngayon sa Season 2 finale ng... Una kang makakaalam. Bida ka na sa kwento. Sigurado ka pa sa impormasyon. Walang iniindang takot sa pag-alam ng tunay na pangyayari. Pinararangalan at pilit na ginagaya. Dito kung saan inuuna ang Pilipino saan man sa mundo. TFC.
Tulong laban.
Even the mayor of Newman
Hold on, hold on.
The Philippine tarsier, Tarsius sericta, is a very strange animal. A lot of people think it's the world's smallest monkey, when in fact it's one of the most smallest primates. It can fit in a man's hand. Active mostly at night, it lives on a diet of insects and lives on the islands of Bohol, Samar, Leyte, and Mindanao. Jayli was told that the tarsier might not survive the next 50 years. Although it is a protected species and the practice of catching them and then selling them as stuffed tarsiers to tourists has stopped, the species is still threatened by the destruction of its natural forest habitat. Many years of illegal logging and slash and burn agriculture have greatly reduced these forests and reduced the tarsier population to a dangerously small size. If no action is taken soon, the Philippine tarsier can soon be added to the list of extinct species. Hey Jayli, when we were back in your hometown, I gave you a test on 10 Tagalog words. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember how well you did on that?
Not so great.
Not so great, okay. Now that you've been here for a while and now that you've had a chance to do all these things here, I want to see if you've actually learned anything from your experience. So I'm going to give you 3 words and I'm going to ask you to give me their definition. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, first word. Mainit.
Hot.
Good. Tahanan.
Home.
Pinagmulan.
Roots or origin.
100%, dude. You did it. You did it. You did it. Good job. Hey, listen, I know that your teacher gave you an assignment.
Yes.
And the assignment was to?
To draw almost everything.
Okay. And you've done your assignment, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what you got. All right. Pinagmulan The Journey Home would like to thank the following special friends: Cathay Pacific, Airline of the Year 2006, and the international carrier for Pinagmulan. Goldilocks Bake Shop, how thoughtful, how Pinoy. Discovery Suites at Ortigas Center, more than just a hotel. Andok's Lechon Manok, ang pambansang manok. Lacto Vital, Lactobacillus Health Drink. We bring good health into your home. Timex Foods, makers of Zap. Sea Air, the fastest way to Boracay, the most flights to Palawan. Lobok Riverwatch Floating Restaurant. Villa del Sol. Tourism Office of Bohol. Chai Labunog, Sumampong. What does it take to finally come home again? This is your Pinagmulan, and we urge you to take that journey. Write to us and tell us why you haven't been back to the Philippines in years, but now feel the need to make that trip back home. Email us at pinagmulan@abs-cbni.com or send your life story to Pinagmulan The Journey Home, ABS-CBN International, 150 Shoreline Drive, Redwood Shores, California, 94065.
Ipinanganak at lumaki sa Amerika, nursing student at part-time waitress sa California, siya si Irish Fullerton.
Sa puso ko, Pilipina ako. I'm proud to be Filipino. Passion ko talaga. Kaya nga sabi, ever since I was little, sabi ko din kay mama yung sinabi ko earlier, it's not the money. It's being on stage na God gave me this talent and then people are appreciating it. If I do something, I want to do it well. I don't like failing. But then I look at it as life is full of lessons. So there's no such thing as failure.
Sila'y magputunggali.
Ang mga bida ng paborito nating mga action-adventure series ang maglalaro.
At ang powers magagamit.
Ang Barbie ako! I love to see it! Atras si Angelo, atras si DJ, ang Barbie ako!
Maaksyon ang laro ngayon sa Star Awards for TV Best Game Show, Pilipinas. Game ka na ba?
Alam mo ba, na sa karaniwang phone cards, para kang sumusugal. Lagi kang nga lang dihado. Ang tataas ng billing increments. May hidden charges. At ang calls mo, napuputol. Kaya ang bilis maubos ng minutes mo. Buti na lang, may Sari Manok One, the rechargeable phone card na malinis ang minutes. Ang 1 minute mo is really 1 minute. Kaya basta usapan, gamitin lang. Sari Manok One.
I have to say that this opportunity to be here, to drink this all in, and to be able to see what it's like to be Filipino, and see his family, and do all those things, I think is going to affect him in ways that he just doesn't know yet. You know, there's something about being here. There's something about drinking this all in. There's something about being around people that are related to you, and having a connection that is that you really can't create. So I think that Jayli, you know, as young and happy-go-lucky as he is, I'm sure that this trip is going to affect him for the rest of his life, and I know it's going to be a positive one. He's going to go back, he's going to be able to tell stories to his friends, he's going to be able to tell his mother that he met all of his relatives, and he's got a lot of things ahead of him. And he's such a smart kid that, you know, none of this is lost on him. I mean, this opportunity to do all this, it's just great, and I think that, as I said before, Jayli said that this was going to be a journey of discovery, and I think that he's accomplished that and we've accomplished that, and that's what this show's about.
Over the last 3 days, I've been very excited to be able to participate with Jayli in his experience of coming back home to the Philippines. I've been very proud of how he's been able to interact with the children and his family here in the Philippines. You know, it's not every day that a young man at Jayli's age back home in the States gets the opportunity to come back and meet his family for the first time and go throughout their home country to experience their roots. And like I said, I'm very proud of Jayli, and I've seen him, and him and I have talked privately these last couple of days, and I've been able to share not only his excitement, but as well as his ability to learn about the different things such as the chocolate hills, the tarsier, and various other things that we both had the opportunity to share here. I think that Jayli is going to come away from this experience and go back home and have a completely different appreciation and understanding for what it's like in the Philippines. And again, I'm just very glad that I was able to be part of that with him.
I think it was a good experience so far, and that it was fun to see my cousins, also to see the rest of my familia, and to see the tarsier. I didn't think it was going to be that small. Even though I've only been here for a few days, I still want to come here. I like it here.
This has been Jayli's journey. From Bohol, this is Mike Ingona, urging you to take that journey home to rediscover your Pinagmulan.
Ako ay naligaw, saan ako napunta. Likuli ang daan, pinanggalingan ko'y nasaan. Ako ay hirap ng lumain. Ako
on our tour to the Philippines, you will see the jungle, which there are dinosaurs in it.
puso at isipan ko'y ikaw. Malayo man ako, muli tayong magkikita. Sabik sa yakap at huli, sa bayan kong pinagmulan. Hindi malimot ang aking pinagmulan. Tungkol sa aking laman, bukaw pa rin kahit saan. Lumilingon sa yabat ng paan, na galing sa ating pinagmulan. Pinagmulan ng magulang ko, pinagmulan ng inuno ko, pinagmulan ng kapang ko, pinagmulan ng wika ko, pinagmulan, pinagmulan, pinagmulan.
Pinagmulan The Journey Home was brought to you by Cathay Pacific. Now you're really flying. Zap Snacks. Super zarap ang Zap. And by Goldilocks. How thoughtful. How Pinoy.